There were several aspects to it. I'd like to break it up because initially, of course, it was the forced abduction, the interrogation, the torture. Then there was the phase where I was in remand. It was meant to be for 7 days. Actually, they whisked me away on day 6. And then there was the period of incarceration over 100 days in jail itself. The three were different. The first was terrifying in a way, and certainly I was scared at that time that something seriously might go wrong. The next phase involved their trying to extract information and, quite frankly, trying to implicate me. They had nothing on me. Therefore, they needed to find an excuse, and they looked. They couldn't find anything. The third was the period, long period in relative terms, when I was in jail. And their strategy for all three, I believe, were different. I think there were two messages. One, that they're as powerful as they are, which is true. I was arrested. That's the reason all this is happening. The other is a message that says, well, it doesn't really matter who you are. We can put you behind jail. And it doesn't matter whether you're guilty or not. We can put you behind jail. It doesn't matter how many people support you. We can still put you in jail. And that audacity, that arrogance was part of the message, I think, for them to demonstrate that they are who they are and they don't really care.
What threats are journalists facing in Bangladesh when doing their jobs?
I think the biggest threat is being appropriated. At the moment, the culture of fear, the lack of press freedom, creates an environment where journalists are scared. There are inducements for capitulating. There are physical threats. But the combination of this means that journalists are no longer practicing journalism. It's so much easier to toe the line. It's so much easier to be embedded. It's much simpler to become government propaganda. And that is very, very worrying. It's not simply worrying in terms of what happens to the media itself, but the fact that there is a culture shift. And that culture shift has long-term implications.